Alrighty, guys, I want to welcome you guys to the Florida Coast to Coast Football Show. Guys, listen, tonight I have two very, very special guests joining me. I have the president of the Orlando Outlaws, Mr. Barry White, and I also have the assistant coach at the 12U level, Coach Ernest Wright. Guys, listen, I want to thank these guys for coming on to the show. Listen, I went and live streamed their games on Saturday. They showed me so much hospitality, and I was very, very impressed, with the program that they have over there, some of the things that they're doing. So I thought it was only fitting to bring them on to the show. So, guys, listen, without further ado, listen, Ernest and Barry, thank you guys for coming on to the show, man. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
No, appreciate you, man, having us, my man.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Like I said, I thank you guys for coming on, man. So, listen, let's go ahead and get right into the interview, man. Listen, how long have you guys been with the Orlando Outlaws?
I think this is 21 years. Now.
21 years.
I think Ernest, did you come a year after me?
Yeah, probably a couple of years after my brother.
Okay.
Passion for youth. Barry will talk a little bit more about that, but that's just, we have a passion for what we do in teaching and guiding youth. It kind of comes from our upbringing because we were raised by a coach, teacher / principal.
Okay.
So that was something that I guess sort of fell. They say the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
No, sir, not at all.
And in this case, we're probably still hanging on that tree a little bit.
Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Hey, listen, so let's get right into it, man. One of the things, I've been following the Orlando Outlaws for a few years, and I'm very, very impressed, with the product that you guys have over there. You're one of the top programs in my eyes, in the whole state of Florida, from top to bottom. So what do you think it is, because there's a lot of competition in the Orlando area in terms of place for kids to play. So what do you think it is about the Orlando Outlaws, that the youth, in the Orlando area are attracted to that program, and honestly, top, talent is attracted to that program. They want to come over there and play, although there are a lot of other options, in the Orlando area.
I think one of the biggest things is stability.
Okay.
We were actually founded in 1984 by my childhood friend who actually lived 2 houses down across the street from us.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, Mr. Mickey Brown, and the other founder, Wesley Moore, who we grew up calling him too. He's late Wesley Moore. He died some years ago.
Okay. Sorry to hear that. All right.
And named the Outlaws, and I grew up with both of them. But I back during those days I was running the street, so I didn't come along until later on. But I think the biggest thing is it's more like a family.
Okay.
We have many people in our organization who don't have any children there anymore.
Yeah.
It's still around years later. So, we're all like family. So I think that's like the biggest attraction. And winning don't hurt either.
No. Winning don't hurt. Winning don't hurt. And listen, everybody likes to win in some shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a big thing too, Jared, is that we have from really top to bottom, we vet our coaches. We just don't bring anybody, to help train and teach our kids.
Okay.
It starts even from the bottom. We have a nationally ranked 6U and 8U team.
Yeah.
And that helps to feed the higher levels because the training's there. So, it's a whole lot involved. Of course, I know President Barry wants to kind of talk a little bit more about how the mentoring and all of that, it's just not football. It's a lot more than that, what we provide. And I think that, too, has a big affinity or attraction in our area and why we attract a lot of kids. and good kids too.
Yes. I mean, because especially when you go into the larger metropolitan areas, like Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, there are a lot of options, for kids to play. So when you see programs that are good from top to bottom, there's obviously something about that particular program that's attracting kids. I'm sorry, go ahead.
One of the things that happens is that people have to realize that it's just not about football. It's about life. So we follow our kids all the way up. I'm coaching kids of the kids that I coach. So we help a lot of our kids on and off the field. I mean, even when they get in college, I can remember taking trips, and I have to attribute that to one of the guys, the guy that actually I always say that he tricked me into doing this. Just like kids to get a physical one day. Next thing I know, I'm coaching.
Okay.
It was Ryan Thomas, and we used to call him Coach T. And I can remember hitting the road, and we breaking down on the road just to go pick up kids from college, and sending them money, and we become daddy and uncle. That's just how it is, because the same kids that needed help when they were little are the same kids that need help when they get older. So I think that's what it is too. Those kids remember that. They never forget you. So they send their kids to play football. So, and I think that's one of the biggest things. It's the off the field stuff that attracts the adults. The kids like somebody who's winning, but the adults want to see somebody who really care and love their kids. And they know that I'll do anything for them kids. It's just in my blood, and I didn't even realize that until maybe about 10 years ago. I kept trying to figure out, why am I taking all this abuse?
Yes, sir.
My blood, like Ernest said earlier, that's what we come from. That's what my dad did, And I didn't realize that I was actually following his footsteps until about 10 years ago, and it just dawned on me. I was like, wow, I'm doing the same thing my dad did. So it comes natural. It's not anything that I have to work to do, even though it's hard work to do it.
Hey, listen. Anybody involved in youth football at any level, I'm sure they will attest that this is there's a lot of easier things you can do with your time.
Absolutely.
Hey, well, listen.
I say this is my last year, and I've been saying that for
about 10 years.
It's exactly what I say.
So for 10 years running, it's been your last year every year for 10 years.
Yeah. I just can't help it.
It's something about those kids, man. It's really just something about the kids, because listen, we don't have any shortage of kids in our community, and I can attest to that.
Yeah.
hey, well, Ernest, man, listen, one thing I want to speak to you about, man, because in live streaming, you guys' 12U game. Normally on this show I don't single out, individual kids. But every now and then, when I'm out there filming, I just see a kid or I just see a couple of players that really just strike my interest. And I'll tell you, man, your quarterback, Mr. Clayton, I'm gonna tell you, man, that is an impressive kid, man. And and because the thing was, Lake Alfred, they came out, it was stacking the box, they scored first, but the balance that you guys had and, making them defend the whole field, to me, I think kind of made them uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And, if you would, just talk to us a little bit about, the quarterback position and, and what Mr. Clayton actually means, to you guys' team.
Yeah, man. man, Mike Clayton Jr. We call him Little Patrick.
Okay.
Little Mahomes. But man, he's a great kid, man.
Yeah.
I could just say so much about him and his attitude.
Yes, sir.
He's coachable, and Mike is new to the Outlaw organization.
Oh, okay.
But the kids have, the kids around them, we all call each other brothers. We like, this is my brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and they grasped and pulled him in, and it takes time. We brought in some kids that probably half of our team is sort of new to our organization, maybe a little less than half, and a lot of kids that contribute. So it was kind of tough early on, just bringing and meshing the kids together, because it's natural if you're in a new environment, it's different. Mm-hmm. But I tell you, man, Mike, he has grasped the system. I will point out that, obviously Mike is, he's our quarterback and he's our leader on the field. But, Jared, we've got some other guys out there that can bring it.
Oh yeah. That number 8 is a special kid too.
Yeah. We've got some weapons. I don't mention numbers. For recruiting sake. But many people know Fat, and they know Landon, and we've got Weems out there. We've got kids like Kenny, that's new to the organization, just came right in and as a leader.
Okay.
I got JB. We've got tons of kids that can bring it, and that we're excited about. But we really go as far as Mike can take us as well.
Yeah.
And we like to mix it up. We've been a pound and ground team for the longest. Mm-hmm. But when you have a talent like Mike to come in, and Mike's not the only one. We've got a couple other quarterbacks, right behind there that's got great training. But when you have a talent like Mike, you've got to utilize that.
Oh, most definitely.
And we've got a great coaching staff. Coach James Jones is our head coach.
Okay.
The coaching staff that he's put together. We're not new to this. So
yes,
we're able to adjust.
Okay.
And a lot of things that you see that we do during the game, it's not about playing checkers, as they say. We're playing chess.
Okay.
So that move we might make may not necessarily be the move that we actually is the final move, but it may be setting something up. And that's what we do. We adjust during the game. Great offensive coordinator, great defensive coordinator. The guys are, really in tune. Mm-hmm. And that's just really, how we've been able to move along. And we've had some challenges early, but we're gelling, I think, at the right time.
Okay.
And when it comes down to, as we say, money time.
Yes, sir.
We'll be prepared, and we're not going to be an easy out for anybody.